Please take your time to confirm you have completed your immigration form, even the bottom part, because it's the part that you will deliver when you leave the country. Once again, welcome to Cancun.
2,753 is what I got charged yesterday. There's my receipt. You know, when you're flying to Cancun, usually in the airplane they give you the documentation, the forms, so you can sign and come into Cancun. I have my Canon 70D, I have my GoPro, I have my Canon G7X, that's 3, and then I have my drone, that's 4. I have 4 cameras that I brought with me. And usually I always bring 4 cameras, 4 or 5 cameras with me. When we came in yesterday, the airline ran out of forms. So when I got here, when we got off the plane, we went to the airport, they gave me the form. It's the thin form. That's the one that says who you are and if you're coming on business, you're a tourist or whatever it is, what plane you came on. I got that. That's the card that I got. I didn't get the second one, which I forgot what it's called, but the second one is the one that will tell you, if you read the back of the card, you'll see what you can and cannot bring into Cancun or into Mexico. So, long story short, I went through immigration. Is it immigration? No, not immigration. I went through customs and he checked my passport and everything. She said it was me. Let me go through. I went through, I picked up my luggage. You know, when you go through and you have to push that button that gives you a red light or a green light. Okay, she stopped me there because she asked for the other form, which the form is the one that I did not get. The 2 forms, and I didn't know about that one. So she sent me to go over to the desk to go get that form and fill it out. I got that form, I filled it out real quick, and went back to her, gave it to her, and she said, okay. She said, push the button. I pushed the button, and guess what color I got? Red. So she says, okay, go through there, and you're gonna put your luggage to the scanner and everything else. Okay, fine. I went to go do that, put it to the scanner, came back out, and she told me, okay, go see that guy right there, which is another guy. I guess they open up your bag, your luggage, and they check into it. They ask you questions. Okay. So when I went there, he saw me, of course, with my Canon 70D. And I don't know if this was, you know, this gave it away, then, or I don't know what it is, but he started asking me questions. He said, is that the only camera you have? And I said, no, I have other cameras. And he said, oh, okay. He says, he stopped me. He says, okay, so this paper here, he said, did you read the back of it? And I said, no, I didn't have time to read the back of it. And I said, I just barely got this paper. I said, the airline didn't have, they ran out of the paperwork. So we just got the paperwork here in the airport, and they only gave me 1 paper. This paper that you showed me right now, I just barely got that one because they didn't give it to me when I first got here also. So I went to go sign it real quick at the desk before I came in here. So he said, well, you didn't read the back? I said, I didn't have time to read the back. He says, okay, well, you already signed it though. I said, yeah, I signed it. I said, because I was in a hurry, not knowing any better. And so he said, well, you see that right there? And by the way, he was kind of telling me in Spanish, but he was trying to tell me that there's a paragraph right there where it says only 2 photogenic cameras or 2 something like that, photography cameras, only 2. He started telling me about the penalties and all this other stuff, whatever. And I said, wait a minute. I said, I didn't even know about this. I said, I tried to explain myself to him, but he really wasn't having it. So he checked out my bag where I had my money, looked at it one time, and he said, "Oh, you have, 20." He says, "Whatever." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'm coming to Cancun. You have to have cash with you." So he said, "Okay." And he put it down. Then what he did is he said, "Okay, which are your cheaper cameras that you have, the cheapest ones?" I said, "Well, the GoPro, I bought that one for like about $100. He said, "Okay." He goes, "Which is the next one?" I said, "The next one's going to be probably the point and shoot. That one, cost me about maybe $500-$600. He said, "Okay." He said, "And the rest of them, they're the expensive ones, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay." He said, "Do you have receipts for these cameras?" He grabbed my stuff. Oh, before he grabbed my stuff, he actually went through my money again. He looked at my money and he said, "Oh, okay, so you're carrying this and that, whatever." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay." So he put my money back down, put everything back in there, and he said, "Okay, grab your stuff." He said, "Come with me." And he grabbed my 2 cameras. We went to another desk, another office. So he started asking me, he said, "Well, if you have receipts for these cameras, you can show me how much they cost. Or if not, I'm going to look them up and see how much they cost." So on and so on. I said, "Okay." So I'm trying to get on my bank account, but I don't know if for some reason at the airport, you just don't get any kind of Wi-Fi. I don't know what it was, and I'm supposed to get showing Wi-Fi, but it was taking forever to load. I couldn't get to my bank account. I couldn't log in. I couldn't get online to check and see how much my cameras really were. But yet, he could get on his phone and just browse through the web real quick. And he talked to the clerk, and he told her, oh, he grabbed my passport. He had my passport. He had everything put in the office, and he talked to her and told her that, this is what it's going to be, this is the amount, and figure it out, and so on and so on. And then he walked away. And I was like, what the hell? So, another thing too is, they don't let you pay by cash. You have to use a card, debit card, or a credit card. And it goes through your bank. So, during this whole process, there was another guy that while we were in line to get checked in at customs, they stopped him also. The poor guy didn't have a credit card, debit card, he only had cash. They wanted me to use my debit card to pay for his fine, and he in return was going to give me cash. And while all this is going on, I was trying to deal with my penalties, I guess, to try and pay for mine. So I pretty much said, no, I can't do that, because you just never know if maybe it's part of a scam or what it is. But I said, no, I don't want to do that. So long story short, I ended up paying this 2,753 in pesos, which comes out to about $146, I think, give or take, in American money. So if you guys plan on traveling to Mexico, Cancun, be aware that if you are coming here and you do have more than one camera, you can only bring 2 cameras, and that's it. And that's how I started my second part of vacation. Oh, here's another one too. Here's because I asked the lady too, the clerk, I said, well, let me ask you this. I said, what about if I was to get somebody in line to carry 2 cameras in for me, and I carry the other 2 in? She said, that's fine, do that, but you can't do that now because you already went through the checkpoint. So it's like I've already been caught. She was cool, like I said, she was cool, and she said, yeah, you can do that. Don't get screwed like I did. I had to pay. it's okay. You know, I'm still gonna go enjoy my little vacation here. All right, that's it, guys. Now it's time to go explore Cancun. Gotta go.